Hey, what's up guys, this is your boy Daniel and you are watching Beginner Tuts, and if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and like my video. Today we're going to talk about web design versus web development. What is the difference between a web designer and a web developer? In the early days of the web, the answer to that question was simple: designers design and developers code. Today that question requires a little more nuance. You'd be rather hard pressed to find a web designer who didn't know at least a little HTML and CSS, and you won't have to look far for a front-end web developer who can whip up a storyboard. If you are strictly speaking about the general concept of web design versus web development, however, the distinction is a little more clear. Let's take a look at these two concepts and the roles they play in building the website and apps we know and love. What is web design? Web design governs everything involved with the visual aesthetics and usability of a website. Color scheme, layouts, informational flow, and everything else related to the visual aspects of the UI UX experience. Some common skills and tools that distinguish the web designer from the web developer are Adobe Creative Studio, Photoshop, Illustrator, or other design softwares, graphic design, logo designing, layout, placing call to action buttons, branding, wireframes, color palettes, and typography. Web design is concerned with what the user actually sees on their computer screens or mobile devices, and less so about the mechanism beneath the surface that make it all work. Through the use of color, images, typography, and layout, they bring a digital experience to life. That said, many web designers are also familiar with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It helps to be able to create living mock-ups of a web app when trying to pitch an idea to the team or fine-tune the UI UX of an app. Web designers also often work with the templating services like WordPress or Joomla, which allow you to create websites using themes and widgets without writing a single line of code. Now jump into what is a web development. Web development governs all the code that makes a website tick. It can be split into two categories: front-end and back-end. The front-end or client side of an application is the code responsible for determining how the website will actually display the design mocked up by a designer. The backend or server side of an application is responsible for managing data within the database and serving that data to the front end to be displayed. As you may have guessed, it's the front end developer's job that tends to share the most overlap with the web designer. Some common skills and tools traditionally viewed as unique to the front end developers are listed: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, CSS preprocessors such as Less or Sass, frameworks like AngularJS, React.js, or Ember, libraries like jQuery, Git, and GitHub. Front-end web developers don't usually create mockups, select typography, or pick color palettes. They are usually provided by designers. It's the developer's job to bring those mockups to life. That said, understanding what the designer wants to require some knowledge of best practices in the UI UX design, so that the developer is able to choose the right technology to deliver the desired look and feel and experience in the final product. So this is it for the day, guys. If you are interested in any of the course related to web design or web development, you can check out my courses on Udemy. I'll put the link in the description. You can go ahead and check it out. So this is it for the day, guys. If you have any question, comment into my comment section, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.